cynically, some people believe that there's hidden agendas here,
Right.
that there might be a challenge to the
But even
to
the most
to the province.
radicalized bureaucrat would have to concede that this was way over the line, I would think, if you're just being reasonable.
I agree. It's anything goes is not a solution. It's not a way to present. I mean, again, you've seen the analogies, right? What if a woman was transitioning to a man and decided to walk around the school with a massive protruding dildo?
Right.
And it's absurd, right? So we're in the theater of the, honestly, I mean, if you want to be, comical about this, it's like the theater of the absurd.
So what do the kids think of all of this? I mean, I don't lose sight of the kids, but I hear that a lot of the kids, I mean, maybe the kids are just a little more liberal than their conservative parents, which is normal. So the kids are somewhat supportive of this, but I've certainly seen interviews with kids that are just tired of the attention and want to move on with their lives.
I think the majority of the kids, are kind of like, whatever, move on.
Right.
It doesn't bother us that much, especially if we're not in that class.
Right.
Until the bomb threats and the disruption to classroom activities occurred, and learning and trying to, get into universities and whatnot. It's a massive disruption, right? And that's
kids were sent home just once or twice, though.
Correct.
With these bombs, and then they started just not sending them home.
Right, but it affected the school culture to some degree.
Right. So it's not fun going to school anymore.
Right. For some kids, it was not fun going to school. There was
traumatizing for some.
Yeah, there was a
people.
spectrum of upsettedness, if that's a word, or trauma.
Right.
And who needs that, right? And in school, you want to be a safe place. You want to focus on learning and sports, and
did the kids get help, like counseling, or did they get extra counseling?
Yeah, the school communication with regards to this situation was pretty good, but it was so frequent that there was a lot of eye rolling going on, and
it was too much then.
Yeah, almost too much.
So they were overcompensating.
They were and not addressing the situation directly at all.
Right.
Vaguely saying, we know that our school has been subject to a lot of media attention, but not talking about the situation at all.
Right.
End of the day, the kids, I think, felt that there should be a dress code for teachers that's the same as students.